still over there.
Live from MGM National Harbor Casino in Oxon Hill, Maryland, this is the Boxing Along the Beltway post-fight wrap-up show. The Boxing Along the Beltway post-fight wrap-up show is brought to you by Real-Time Pain Relief. From boxers to ballerinas, the shoulder pain, the muscle strain, everything between, Boxing Along the Beltway recommends Real-Time Pain Relief, the natural, plant-based, safe, fast, and effective ointment. You go to freepainoffer.com, buy $10 worth of Real-Time Pain Relief. You get a free $10 tube of Real-Time Pain Relief, the official pain relief of the 2020 Daytona 500. Rub it on, the pain is gone in real time. And by DeborahSpears.com. She has great weight loss tips, great jewelry, and great training methods at Deborah, D-E-B-R-A Spears.com. Hi again, everyone. Gary Digital Williams alongside Juan Marshall, and we're live ringside here at the MGM National Harbor Casino as we're wrapping up the TGB Promotions card here tonight, where 6 Beltway boxers won on the card, and all 6 won. In fact, the entire A side won tonight, and I won't say easy fashion, but it was in relatively easy fashion for a lot of the guys on the A side tonight.
Yeah, it was a little mixture of both. I see some of the early fights. Tyreek Irby, opened up the card tonight. Had a tough bout. Started off great for him, with 2 knockdowns in the first and second round, but then it got tough with a veteran fighter, and I think it was a fight that he needed and a fight he was looking for, and he came up with the outcome that he wanted.
Yeah, no question about that. Tyreek Irby out of Landover, Maryland, wins by 8-round unanimous decision. Again, as Juan said, Irby knocked down Chavez twice. Once in the first, once in the second round. But from then it got really, really tough. Chavez came to fight out of Los Angeles, California. He came to fight the rest of the way. He challenged Tweak throughout the battle.
Yeah, and I think it definitely was the fight that he was looking for. Like I said, he's been in some fights that took the distance a little bit. Tyreek only has, I think, 8 knockouts in his career. With the
you still have time. They haven't even walked in the ring.
He has only 3 knockouts in an 8-bout career.
Right.
Actually, 9 so far.
Right.
9-bout career so far with 3 knockouts. But like I say, he has the power. But Chavez is a tough fighter tonight.
Yeah, no question about that. And as we talked to you, we had a walkout bout tonight, and that was another win for the A side. Is Emmanuel Dominguez out of Aguas Calientes, Mexico. He won by, I believe it was first round TKO over Rafael Encarnacion of Dominican Republic. So again, another win for the. Actually, no, this might have been the first time. Let's see. No, it wasn't Encarnacion winning. Encarnacion won the bout in the first round. So again, a clean sweep for the A side here tonight. So Tyreek Irby wins by unanimous decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the rounds of 1 minute and 59 seconds of round number 1. For your winner by TKO and still undefeated, Grand Fist,
So again, Rafael Encarnacion of Dominican Republic, he won the bout, I should say, by first round knockout over Emmanuel Dominguez, and again, that's another win for the blue corner or the A side here tonight. But Tyreek Irby, as we said, 9-0 with 3 KOs. Joaquin Chavez falling to 9-19-4 with 2 KOs. Big night for the Russell brothers. Both win in demonstrative fashion. First of all, Gary Antoine Russell, about you may have seen on FS2, he won by second round knockout, 40 seconds of the second round over Juan Huertas of Panama City, Panama.
Yeah. Antoine was just too dominant, too fast. His foot movement was too quick. He used angles, and nothing his opponent, there's nothing he can do with that. He was definitely outmatched. And with a situation like that, now I'm wondering what type of bouts do Antoine take next.
Right.
He has a perfect record, every fight knockout. And now I think it's time to push it to the next level. And I had a conversation with him at the weigh-in yesterday, and he told me that he's trying to the non-believers and the believers through what he does in the ring. And right now, I think everybody should be a believer to this point.
Yeah, no question about that. This was actually the first bout for Gary Antoine Russell that was scheduled for 10 rounds tonight. Yeah. But he only needed 2. Winning in 40 seconds of the second round. Antoine Russell now 12-0, all 12 wins by knockout. Juan Huertas falling to 14-3-1 with 10 KOs. Meanwhile, Antonio Russell who I think gets sometimes overshadowed by his younger brother, but he put on a good performance as well. And he won a first-round knockout, beautiful right hook to the knockout Samuel Gutierrez of Nuevo Laredo, Mexico. Time to finish there was 2:01 of the first round.
Yeah, another excellent job by the Russell brothers, putting their shots together. And exactly what you see in the ring is exactly what they do in training. They learn how to counter, and they learn how to throw punches and slip punches at the same time. And a lot of fights, that's hard to do.
Yeah.
And they accomplish it in each fight they are in. And tonight it was just some of the same stuff, And it was another match where the opponent was just outmatched by a Russell. And with that overhand right, that Antonio hit him with, he was landing it consistently anyway. So it's just a matter of time. And like you said, in 2:01 in the first round, that's all he needed to do.
Right. Antonio Russell now 16-0, 12 KOs. Samuel Gutierrez falling to 16-26 and 6 KOs. Also on the card, Devontae Speed Rawls out of Glenard, Maryland. He won by unanimous decision, 8-round unanimous decision over Wanzel Ellison of Newark, New Jersey. Both these guys had real nice records going in. Both had 2 losses and 2 draws. Actually, 2 losses and 2 draws between them. But tonight, Devontae Speed Rawls, I think, not only used his ability, he also used his speed very well, but this time more on the defensive end, keep away from Wanzel Ellison and went on to win the bout.
And this is the fights we always talk about when fighters need to step their game up a little bit. And he faced a guy just as good as him. Yeah. Pretty much with the record and everything. And to go forward in his career, this is the type of fight that he needed to do, and he did quite well. With good offense, along with some good defense, and then even with the mix-up with him and Ellison in the inside work, Ellison landed a low shot, that took some wind out of Rawls, but Rawls was able to bounce back.
All 3 judges scored about 79-72 for Devontae Speed Rawls. He is now 13-1-1 with 8 KOs, while Wanzel Ellison falls to 11-2-1 with 5 KOs. Ellison's out of Newark, New Jersey. Patrick Harris, YG Pat Harris out of Washington, D.C. and Hyattsville, Maryland. He scored a 6-round TKO over Joaquin Carneiro of Sierra, Brazil. Harris looked very strong here tonight, stopping Carneiro in the 6th round.
Yeah, with his strength, when I say strength, it's in his technique. He has very good strength in his technique, and I mean, he puts his combinations together, and this bout was just full of combinations. Yeah. And only thing I would like to see Patrick develop throughout his career is more power, because with the combinations that he already establishes, with some power, he would be able to finish a lot of fights with knockouts.
Yeah, no question about that. Patrick Harris is now 18-0, 8 KOs. The bout ended at 25 seconds of the 6th round. Joaquin Carneiro of Sierra, Brazil, 25-12, 23 knockouts. And Shingskan Tazabai out of Washington, D.C. by way of Kazakhstan. He remained undefeated with a 4-round unanimous decision win over Nicolas Atilo Velasquez of Buenos Aires, Argentina. That was a swing bout, but he was able to get on some TV for the first time. Yeah. And I thought Tazabai looked very, very good.
Yeah, I like his composure in this fight. He stayed composed. I know in some earlier fights we've seen him in throughout his career, I've seen him get frustrated in the ring. Yeah. And this fight with Velasquez, I thought it was going to be even more frustration coming out of him because Velasquez was doing a lot of holding. But Tazabai did an excellent job of maintaining his composure, fighting through the hold, let the referee control the fight, and he stayed with his game plan with using the jab to work inside, and the headbangers, they used to being inside landing body shots.
Tazabai won by shutout, 40-36. He's now 9-0, 2 KOs. Nicolas Atilo Velasquez out of Buenos Aires, Argentina, is 11-7 with 3 KOs. That's the Beltway participation on this card. Our main event tonight was a battle for the WBO Intercontinental Junior Middleweight title, and it was a really one-sided battle as Brian El Boxy Carlos Castano of Buenos Aires, Argentina, he went all over Wale Lucky Boy Omontoso, and the bout was stopped at the end of the 5th round. Omotoso also hurt his shoulder, but it really didn't matter. Castano was really in control about the whole night.
Yeah, Castano, he looked very strong, you know. And every single shot he was throwing when they was inside, he was able to turn those shots over. Mm-hmm. I was very surprised that the Omotoso was able to stand on his feet as long as he did, the way Castano was turning those shots over. Mm-hmm. But he stood in there until it was a hurt his shoulder. But I don't think it would with the distance with Castano was adding to this fight.
I agree.
And if it would have been a stoppage either in the corner or a referee.
Mm-hmm. So the bout was stopped at the end of the 5th round. Brian El Boxy Castano wins the WBO Intercontinental Junior Middleweight Championship. He's 19-0 and won 13 KOs, while Wally Omotoso out of Los Angeles, California, by way of Lagos, Nigeria, 28-5, 22 KOs. Co-featured battle of former World Super Featherweight champion boxers. This bout was really no contest with Javier Fortuna, who knocked out Jesus Cuellar in 201 in the 2nd round.
Yeah, Fortuna looked excellent. He's trying to get back on that championship run, and he's well due for it. And the way he fought tonight, he definitely proved it. He did what he had to do with an opponent that they thought was going to be a good test for him, but he made light wind of that, and was able to stop him in the 2nd round. I think it was right. Yeah. And with that loss that he had with I think it was Robert Easter at one time. He lost a title fight. It was, I think, or in contentions to a title shot. And I think he wants to get right back to where he was before that happened.
So Javier Fortuna is now 34-3 35-2, 24 knockouts, and Jesus Cuellar falls to 29-4, 22 KOs. Of course, Jesus Cuellar lost his WBA Super Featherweight title to our very own Gervonta Davis last year. Another bout on the card, and this was probably the most interesting bout going into the card tonight, and that was the bout between David O. Morrell Jr., also known as Ovari Morrell of Santa Clara, Cuba, taking on Quentin Rankin of Charlotte, North Carolina. And in that bout, Morrell coming into the bout, it was 1-0, 1 KO, and that one bout was a 6-round bout. And this bout was scheduled for 8 rounds. Now, in the bout of the 6th round, he knocked his opponent out in the 1st round. Tonight, he stopped Rankin in the 2nd round. Beautiful body shot there.
Yeah, well, Morrell, that's a fighter that shows that a lot of people are interested in him. Mm-hmm. When they throw fighters in competition like that, that means they have high expectations for him very soon in their career. And with the fighter going into his 2nd fight, fighting against a guy, and actually being an 8-rounder in his 2nd fight, like you said, a 6-round in his 1st fight. Right. And with Morrell, I think they have high expectations for him. They're going to be considering moving him in a way where he can contend with some of these other light heavyweights in the division. Because the light heavyweight division right now isn't really super stacked. Right. So Morrell, if he keeps winning, be able to jump up there real fast and compete.
Please come up here and get him. I'm going to put him right here.
We're going to talk to Castano right now.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Go ahead and talk to Brian Castano, who won the main event tonight. Juan, go ahead.
If you'd like to ask questions as well.
I know with this win right here, you want to get yourself back into title contingents. And what kind of statement did you make tonight?
Que creemos que con esta victoria quisiste hacer una declaración de que otra vez estás de nuevo para ganar el título del mundo. ¿Cómo crees que fue esa declaración? ¿Cómo te sentiste? ¿Cómo lo viste vos?
Sí. Quiero demostrar que estamos preparados para todo. Este era un palo en el camino que tenía que pasar. Quiero encumbrarme nuevamente a ser campeón mundial Super Welter. Así que nada, vamos por los mejores, estamos preparados y este es un aviso para todos que se vayan preparando que viene mi era.
Yeah, I think it was. I take this statement as a first step toward reconquer the world title that I never lost. And at the same time, with all due respect, I mean humbly, but I'm sending a warning to everyone in the super welterweight division, all the names, all the current champions. I want to face them definitely.
Were you surprised that Omotoso was able to take the power shots that you were throwing? Because you was hitting him with some tremendous shots.
¿Te sorprendió el hecho de que Omotoso aguantara la cantidad de golpes de poder y tan poderosos que vos le metiste a lo largo de la pelea?
Sí, sabía que es un boxeador fuerte, pero bueno, traté de conectar los golpes, lo dejé. Quería estirar un poco más la pelea y a partir del sexto en adelante la idea era noquearlo, pero gracias a Dios se dio antes. Sabía que era un boxeador duro que podía aguantar y aparte de eso pegaba fuerte.
I knew he was a tough guy. He's tough as nails. I tried to stretch the fight because my strategy was to working him out in the first few rounds and then going for the finish. But when I saw a hole, when I saw my opportunity, I pressed him and well, thanks God he quit on his stool, whatever the reason was. But I knew he was going to be tough.
So you're going to take the rest of the year off and get ready for a championship run next year in 2020?
So ahora te vas a tomar, me imagino, dice él, unas vacaciones por lo que resta del año y ya pensar en el año que viene en una pelea de título del mundo.
A eso es lo que tratamos de buscar. Nosotros estamos trabajando día a día para llegar a eso. Queremos volver a consagrarnos campeón mundial. Hoy en día tuve una pelea más, se sumó una victoria. Queremos tratar de calificarnos como tiene que ser y pelear con los campeones. Así que nada, el año que viene, si Dios quiere, me dan la oportunidad, quiero demostrar que soy de los mejores super welter que hay en la actualidad.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm here for. Yeah, obviously I will take some few weeks off and then I will 100% focus on one of those big guys, the big names, because that's my goal, that's my obsession. I want one of the big names like Julian Williams, Hart. I know he didn't mention it, but nombra a quienes querés pelear con.
Charlo, William, Harrison, Charlie Hurt, Munguía, son los nombres que hoy en día se me pasan por la cabeza y los que quiero enfrentar porque son muy buenos peleadores y es una meta querer ganarles y sacarle el cinturón a la mayoría.
All those names are what I have in mind, and all of those names are great boxers, great champions. But I wanna face them, I wanna beat them, and I know I'm capable of it. And if they give me the opportunity, I will seize it. Trust me.
Is it any talks about fighting Lara again?
¿Hay alguna conversación respecto de pelear nuevamente con Lara?
Realmente no se ha hablado nada. Sinceramente me gustaría volver a pelear porque quiero recuperar el cinturón que me sacaron, pero bueno, eso ya pasó. Estamos buscando otros horizontes y bueno, si viene Lara algún día lo pelearé y le sacaré el cinturón.
There's not official negotiations or conversation. I haven't heard anything about Lara, but of course I would love to have my rematch with Lara. And if not Lara, like I say, I'm ready and willing to face the other big names there. But if Lara wants the fight, he knows he has it, and he knows I will take back my title that it was taken from me unjustly.
With those fighters that you mentioned that you want to get back into the ring or get into the ring with, it seemed like right now they are in a seesaw battle with each other. And would you have to wait your turn or would you fight whoever comes before that?
How do you break into that?
Yeah. How do you break into that mix with those guys?
Right. De todos los nombres que mencionaste, hasta ahora todos tienen pelea, es decir, Charlo con Harrison, Williams, we don't know who's fighting.
Williams doesn't have a opponent.
Right, right. Lara, we don't know yet, right? So, ¿qué es lo que pensás? ¿De los que están libres? O te gustaría hacer una pelea antes para esperar?
No, Williams, sinceramente es el que está suelto, que no tiene pelea. Que bueno, vamos a buscarlo a él también, si Dios quiere y sale todo bien, nosotros queremos pelear con los campeones. Hoy en día William no tiene rival, acá estoy yo y bueno.
If Williams doesn't have an opponent, here I am. He knows. He knows. So I'm willing to face Williams if that's the case. But if not, I can face anyone. But just like you said, he's not scheduled for anyone, so here I am.
Do you feel that since your record is like your 16th win now, do you think that your record ties into what they've accomplished as far as world titles? Do you think they feel that you don't have enough to face them for a championship title?
You mean who? Those guys?
Williams, Charlo, and Harrison.
¿Crees que todos estos que nombraste, Charlo, Harrison, Williams, creen ellos que vos crees que ellos piensan que vos todavía no tenés el nombre como para enfrentarlo?
Yeah, could that be one of the setbacks of them trying to make that fight happen?
Que a ellos les podría representar un setback, un retroceso exactamente si te enfrentaran a vos.
Seguramente, ellos me vieron a mí como soy como boxeador. No creo que tengan muchas ganas de enfrentarme porque soy un boxeador peligroso. Pero bueno, yo sé que con el tiempo se van a dar las cosas porque quiero pelear con los mejores, estoy encumbrándome para pelear con los campeones. Y si no quieren pelear, algún momento lo van a tener que hacer. Van a tener que enfrentarme sí o sí porque voy a seguir por este camino.
I'm pretty sure that they watch me, and those guys watch me fighting, and I don't think they are that much willing of facing me because I know I'm a dangerous fighter for them. So, but again, I'm willing, I'm ready, and I know that sooner rather than later, one of those will have to face me.
So, in between trying to face them and also fighting, do you take a staggered pause in your career, or do you maintain fighting until you get to fight those guys?
Él pregunta que en la hipótesis de que ninguno de ellos quisiera pelear, ¿qué harías? ¿Esperarías hasta que se diera la oportunidad o agarrarías otra pelea en el medio?
Y realmente no puedo quedarme quieto. Tengo que estar en actividad. Obviamente voy a pujar para poder pelear con ellos. Si vemos que mediante los medios no se puede, vamos a tratar de pelear con otro y cuando se dé pelearemos con ellos. Pero por lo legal trataremos de pelear sí o sí con ellos.
No, I need to stay busy. I need to stay busy, and this is my life. I need to fight, and we'll wait, see what happens. Some of them will have to fight me, for sure.
We just saw Dennis Hogan lose a fight to Munguia that many people thought he should have won. And now he's going up to 160 to fight for a championship belt against Jamal Charlo. If a fight at 160 was a possibility for maybe a title or title eliminator, would he be interested in something like that?
For him at 160? Pregunta si viste la pelea de Hogan con Munguia, donde muchos piensan que Hogan había ganado, sí. Que Hogan no quiso pelear con vos. Sí. Y entonces él dice que como Munguia aparentemente se va a ir a 160, si vos agarrarías una pelea con Munguia en 160. Pero...
No. That Hogan moved up to 160 to fight Jamal. He's fighting for a title now.
Right.
Even though he lost that fight, he got the opportunity to fight for a title. Would he be willing, if a title shot or title eliminator at 160 was available for him, would he be willing to take that?
Okay. Si te interesaría, en otras palabras, si existiera la oportunidad de pelear en 160 libras por un título mundial.
No, soy muy chico. It's very small. 154 is small, but no creo. Soy chico para la categoría, ya mediano. Según con quien sea también, ¿no? Y la plata que haya.
I'm too small for 160, he says. Even for 154, I'm kind of small. So no, 160 not for me. However, show me the money, and depending on who I'm facing on 160, because he beat Sergey Derevyanchenko in a professional fight that nobody recognizes, but okay, it was a 5 rounds, but I don't see it in his record.
That's the World Series of Boxing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
World Series of Boxing.
Exactly. But for now, 154, right?
Very strong guy.
Yeah, he was a very strong guy. Yeah, exactly.
All right,
guys.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it. That is Brian Carlos Castellano, and we thank folks here at TGB Promotions for bringing them over to us. Those are, wasn't a Beltway interview. Those are the kind of interviews you got to take. The guy that's up and coming, no question about that.
Yeah, because with fighters in this situation, right, you never know where they can. We have Kovalev, I remember, fought at the Patriot Center in his 5th fight.
That's right.
Right now he's fighting Canelo tonight, this very night. And he's been a multiple champion. So these are kind of, like you said, the kind of opportunities you have to take.
Yeah, and again, you never know. Like you said, Kovalev comes out and he fights here, and some other people have fought here and go on bigger and better things. So. Yes, we are a Beltway situation, Beltway coverage. That's first and foremost. We did that tonight. Yes. But, again, they have a great guy who is in the mix there as far as 154. He's mentioned guys like our own Jared Hurd in the mix there.
And I talk about it a lot of times, Even with his 16 fights on it, he's talking about getting in the mix with those guys.
Right.
Because at one point in time, it was the Jared Hurds and it was the Tony Harrisons that were in his shoes.
Exactly.
Now they're world champions. Now they're facing opponents that used to be like them, wanting to fight them now.
Right.
And that's how the sport is.
Okay. A couple of bouts that's still coming up that they haven't talked about yet. Cowboy Ryan Carl, he won by 5th round stoppage against Bergman Snake Aguilar of San Jose, Costa Rica. And that was a weird bout because Aguilar actually threw the first blow. Now he dropped Ryan Carl in the first round, but Carl was able to come back, and that coupled with the fact that Aguilar hurt his hand. So we had one guy hurting his shoulder, another guy hurting his hand tonight. That was kind of a weird night. It was tonight.
Yeah, and actually, like you said, for Carl, it made it kind of interesting being knocked down like that for the first time. Not for the first time, but maybe early on in the round like he did.
Right.
And I wonder, it kind of put a question in my mind, how long was he last? Because he was on rubbery legs for the rest of that round, and even going to the next round.
Right.
But he got himself together and he started landing some great shots on Aguilar and Aguilar and trying to counter hurting his shoulder. And like I said, this could have been hurt his hand. I'm sorry, hurt his hand, and that could have been a very interesting bout if that didn't happen.
Yeah, no question about that. Ryan Carl raised record to 18-2 with 15 KOs. Berman Aguilar falls to 15-6-1 with 5 KOs. Also on the card tonight, we have Michael the Hammer Crane. He lost a really tough round. He was kind of a punching bag with feet tonight against Anthony ATV Velasquez. Velasquez out of Springfield, Massachusetts, raised record to 8-0, 8 KO, 7th round TKO, 59 seconds of the 7th round.
Yeah, with Velasquez coming in undefeated, I thought it was going to make a better showing of himself. I think the expectations for him was to get rid of Kane kind of early,
right?
But it went a while, and he still got the stoppage and the win, and so I think it's some things he pulled out of this fight that he showed that he needed to work on. And but he's like, when you get the W, it's always a plus,
right,
on for your career, moving forward.
And he's perfect. 8-0, 8 KOs. Michael Crane falling to 3-3 with 1 KOs. And one other bout on the card tonight, and that was Paul Kroll out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He won a 4th round TKO over Fahad Fatullah of Salt Lake City, Utah, by way of Azerbaijan. And that bout ended at 2:05 of the 4th round. Good win for Paul Kroll tonight.
Yeah, Kroll, like guys when they coming in like that, the expectations of winning. A lot of fights come in and say they're not wanting the knockout. But when one happens, they're always satisfied. And it makes them happy. It makes a great night for them, and that's what happened today.
Yep. So in that bout, Ryan Kroll, I should say Paul Kroll, now 5-0 with 1 draw. His first pro knockout, and Fahad Fatullah falling to 1-4. So that is the card here tonight from the MGM National Harbor Casino in Oxon Hill, Maryland. Solid performance by our Beltway boxers, going 6-0. And a couple of things coming up, of course. 1 week from tonight, actually less than a week from tonight now, Saturday, November 9th at the Chuchansky Park in Fresno, California. Lamont Roach Jr. going after the WBO Junior Lightweight Championship held by Jamel Simplify Herring. That bout will be held shown on ESPN Plus. ESPN Plus. What are Roach's chances going into this bout Saturday night?
It's going to be a tough fight for both fighters. I think the Jamel Herring you know, from the time he won the fight, leading up to the time he won the title, he became a much better fighter.
Right.
Coming up into this point, and I think Roach, you know, he has some. His last fight was very tough.
Yes.
He had a tough going, and I think in this fight he needs to get a faster start because he's known as being a slow starter, and he took some early punishment in his last fight. You know, with the you know, some issues with getting hit and swelling and things like that. But it's boxing, you know, that kind of thing happens. But in order to come from this world championship fight right here, he has to bring a game plan that has a speedy start. And that he can jump on Herring early and try to back Herring up instead of being vice versa, the Herring getting off early and taking charge early.
So it should be an interesting bout, no question about it, as Lamont Rose Jr. goes after the WBO Junior Lightweight Championship coming up next Saturday, November 9th, from Chauncey Park in Fresno, California. Of course, we have Fight Night coming up on Thursday, November 14th. Going back to November 9th, a number of boxes on the card, on cards on November 9th. Here are my latest podcast, Beltway Boxing News and Notes podcast. We detail all 5 of the boxers that'll be participating in cards on November 9th. But on November 16th, 2 weeks from tonight, we'll be at the Fontainebleau in Glen Burnie, Maryland, for what is now known as the Bet on Yourself Boxing Series. This is by Shabazz Brothers. It'll be at La Fontainebleau in Glen Burnie, Maryland. And La Fontainebleau is located at 7514 Ritchie Highway in Glen Burnie, Maryland. Lorenzo Truck Simpson scheduled to be the main event on the card. Hakeem Rockman Jr. is also scheduled to be on the card. And also the debut of the Avalar brothers. All 3 Avalar brothers, Tommy, Brian, and Wilfredo Avalar, all on that card. Destiny Day Owens is scheduled to be on this card. And a number of other Beltway boxes on that card coming up on Saturday, November 16th from La Fontainebleau in Glen Burnie, Maryland. So that should be very interesting to see what happens there. Hopefully we can have a live broadcast of that card. We'll see. That's Saturday, November 16th. So a lot going on here in the Beltway. As we always say, we get ready to wrap up another Beltway boxing year. So that'll do it here from the MGM National Harbor Casino in Oxon Hill, Maryland. Remember, the Boxing on Beltway Podcast Network brings you our post-fight wrap-up show, and it's brought to you by Real Time Pain Relief. Go to freepainoffer.com, buy $10 worth of Real Time Pain Relief. You get a free $10 tube of Real Time Pain Relief, the official pain relief of the 2020 Daytona 500. Rub it on, the pain is gone in real time. And by DeborahSpears.com, great weight loss tips, great jewelry, and great training methods at Deborah, that's DEBRA Spears.com. For Juan Marshall, I'm Gary Digital Williams saying so long from MGM National Harbor Casino in Oxon Hill, Maryland, and always remember to keep supporting the best boxing in the world, the boxing along the Beltway. Thanks for listening. Take care.